What's up, people? This is Quell, Daniel, whatever. This is Daniel at lunch. I've done a bunch of these, but for whatever fucking reason, they're just not uploading. But we're going to upload this one. Hopefully it works. Couple things. I wish I had my notes on me, but I don't. Maybe I could just pop this open. Shit. No wire. Wireless. Get me on the Wi-Fi. I'm on the Wi-Fi now. Let's go with N4G. A lot of interesting comments. A lot of interesting news. A lot of interesting tidbits. Just sprinkled in and out of it's fucking hot outside a little bit, and plus I don't want you getting interrupted by people, or me getting interrupted, or the show getting interrupted by people. So been watching a lot of, come on, are you fucking kidding me? Let's try this again. I got a new battery, just bought it, a fucking $124. Jesus. My fucking car is running so much better with it. But oh my god, dude. Can we please? So, gaming, which is what this is about. A lot of shit coming off. People talking about E3, Microsoft, Sony, some rumors. One rumor is Platinum Games, who was making I can't remember the game anymore. That fucking Dragon game from Microsoft, the exclusive, was taking the money Microsoft was giving them and using it to fund their other games. I mean, I'm not saying it's true, and a lot of people didn't want to talk about it because I don't know why, but a lot of people were whispering about it, but nobody wanted to come out and say it. That Platinum game was doing, because a lot of people like Platinum. They make really good games, and people don't want to talk ill of things that they really like. Jesus. So that's just a rumor. It may or may not be true. What else? A lot of fucking talk, especially in the Xbox community, about bias in the media. And I don't think there's like a concentrated bias in the media. Like every media outlet is out there fucking, but this is what bothers people about the gaming media. We know that they're biased. We know that they're biased because of Gamergate. So, for those of you who don't know, back when Gamergate was going on, it was uncovered that these fucking editors, all these editors and all these writers, all these important ones, right? all of them had connections or had were part of this email group. And so they would all email each other and decide to push a narrative. And I'm really against that. I really hate that. I'm more of the Charlie's Angel mentality, right? For those of you who are too young to remember Charlie's Angels, like all the oil guys would get together and they'd be like, "This is the price," and then Charlie would fucking undercut him, right? He would undercut him, and so I'm not a fan of this shit. A lot of people got in trouble, and real journalism. You don't want to call it real journalism because journalism should be journalism, but and political journalism because there was something along this lines as well. Several years ago, it got busted. So this got busted. So we know they have a fucking group, an email group. We know this is going on. And so what fucking gets people thinking is when they see two fucking articles come out at almost the exact same fucking time saying basically the same fucking thing. Then you're like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? And that's where a lot of the questioning comes from. Otherwise, I don't think there's a lot of bias. I think there's a lot of people who have preferences, maybe a few fanboys, a lot of people who just don't fucking get it. A lot of people who are fucking dumb. And what pisses me off the most is when I hear PC people wonder, oh, how are you going to see the difference? Oh my fucking God, dude. How do you see the difference between medium graphic settings and high graphic settings? It's not just the AA and the lighting and that shit. Your fucking textures. Your filtering. Everything is better. Right? Oh my God, dude. Sometimes it just... You gotta stop. Stop. You know? And so it's the easiest thing to show. It's the easiest thing to show. You want to know how easy it is to show graphics? Go on fucking Skyrim's mob web, Nexus, the Nexus site. Go to Skyrim and find one of the HD. And it will, almost every single HD pack will show you the original, the vanilla Skyrim, the fucking HD Skyrim, and then their version of HD. And the difference between even their versions, they have like 512, or they'll have 512, 1K, 2K, and 4K, right? Some of them do, but a lot of them are just 1K, 2K, and 4K. You can fucking see the difference, dude. Their HD texture packs, I think, are 512 for Skyrim, for the PC HD before the special edition, which is a lot better. You can see the difference. And the difference in texture quality can be the night and fucking day difference. And it's so easy to show it. You don't need anything high end on this fucking phone. I'm recording this in 720p. If I showed you a picture of fucking a 512K texture, in fact, why don't we do that? Let's go Skyrim's HD textures. Jesus, I will find it for you. Let's go image. I'd prefer Bing in the way it does images. So let's go find a comparison shot. go to the actual website. All right, you're watching this on a 720p. Can you see it? Before, after? Can you tell the fucking difference? This is 720p. This is 720p. Can you see the fucking difference? It is fucking night and day, even on 720p. And if I was recording in 4K, you'd really be able to see the difference. But this is just the way of Microsoft can go up on stage and be like, this is the Xbox One and this is the Scorpio. And that can be anything. I swear to God, you can't see all the details, right? You can't see all the details, but you can tell. You can tell. It's fucking crazy. And for those of you who want to know, I believe that's the 4K texture. I can zoom. How about we do this? Let's do this. I'm zoomed in. I'm zoomed in so you can see it a little bit better. How's that? How's that? Did you need a 4K TV to see 4K textures? No. 720p, motherfucker. 720p. I could put it at 4K, but then it'd take longer to upload. Let's see if I got any other ones in here. Jesus, close. Jesus, take the wheel. Let's see, I need better comparisons. Where's my comparisons? All I see is regular ones. Let's see if we get this one. I'm not sure if this one's and most of these pictures are in 1080p, by the way. But you can see the difference in texture quality even at much lower resolutions, because resolution's the amount of pixel on the screen, and texture resolution, this is just, that's not anything. Well, you guys saw it. I'm not fucking dealing. That one, this is connected to fucking Walmart Wi-Fi. So you can see the difference. Just fucking, it's there. You don't need fucking 4K to see it. You don't need HDR to see it. Microsoft needs to show you the difference between what a game is going to look like, textures, and what a game will look like on the Xbox Scorpio. 4K textures, 2K textures, whatever the fuck they want to use. Who gives a fuck about the resolution? I have two 900p fucking monitors sitting right next to each other. That's what I game on. And 2K textures on fucking Skyrim. And you know what? It looks fucking amazing. I don't need 1440p to fucking use those 2K textures. I don't need it. It works just fine on my 900p fucking monitor. The textures are fucking beautiful. So that's what they got to show. Textures, show faces, show animations, show things that just work better on a Scorpion, things that anybody can see. Destruction and crack down the difference between Xbox One and Scorpio. If you can, a lot of times what Microsoft will do is they'll sneak shit in through EA Access, show fucking Battlefront 2 running on Xbox One and Scorpio, just kind of side by side, like, oh, check this out, this is the sizzle reel for EA Access, check these games out. Show backwards compatibility is pretty big. A lot of people don't think it's big. Show it side by side, right? So the talk is that every fucking 360 game is gonna get post-processing 16x AA. Was it FA? I don't remember. Or if it's gonna MSAA. But anyways, it's gonna be AA 16x. Show before, show the after. Fucking clean up some. If you can do some post processing for anybody who has a PlayStation 1 emulator on their PC, and they turn on all those post processing effects, all the anti-aliasing, crack it all the way up, and turn up a lot of stuff. Cleans up the fucking graphics. Push the resolution of the game way high. You can fucking some PlayStation games really clean up well. What else? You don't want to fucking just hammer the fucking competition on the stage. But if they really want to hammer the competition, get BioWare. If they can get BioWare to come up there and show the new Mass Effect Andromeda fucking running in 4K with high resolution textures from the PC, with all settings max, definitely do that. I gotta be careful because I gotta get off here and go. Got lunch. And just fucking show the difference. Why should I buy a Scorpio or Xbox One X or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it? And show me things that I can see, because for all the minutia and the small things, all that stuff, we're gonna go to our YouTube guys. We're gonna watch Digital Foundry. We're gonna go to credible sources of news like IGN and GameSpot, even though fucking not a big fan of either one of them. And we will ignore fucking uncredible Kotaku, as some like to call them. What's another fucking shitty Polygon? Both of them ran hit pieces at the same time, and that's where people get pissed off. So I don't understand where people's like, how is Microsoft gonna show anything? I don't have a 4K TV. Who gives a fuck if you don't have a 4K TV? Who cares? The only thing that matters is, I've said it so many fucking times, the difference that the advantage that Microsoft has over Sony, the PlayStation Pro, is not necessarily the huge difference. Is not necessarily the GPU, although that's important, and the CPU, even though that's important. It's the fucking extra memory and the memory bandwidth. That, because you can't see, you can take a screenshot of a game and just plaster it all over the fucking internet. That fucking screenshot of Forza Tech. Why people are calling it Forza 6 is fucking blows my mind. It's goddamn Apex. Run Apex on your machine at 4K with all the settings turned up and tell me how it runs. Okay? Because that's what they were doing. Alright? And it was hitting like 80, 88, occasionally hitting 100% load on the system, and that's just fucking a gross misuse of graphical power. Go run that on your system, because that's what they were doing. Anyways, 4K textures as well. So all your textures up. People need to stop with this fucking, how are they going to show me? It's so fucking easy. It's what I just did. I just showed you. And even if they're streaming on a phone, even if they're streaming on a fucking tablet, even if they're streaming on a fucking 4K 70-inch fucking screen, or on a 900p fucking 768p fucking laptop, they're gonna see it. Textures resolution will show no matter what. They'll be able to see texture resolution. Smart. So people need to stop the narrative that for some reason there's this narrative that Xbox They won't be able to show it. And I would also like to remind people that exclusives are awesome, but people play far more third-party games. Far more. Top 20 games of last year, all third-party except for 2 fucking Nintendo Pokemon games. So people need to fucking stop with the no game bullshit. Stop with the fucking no game bullshit. Because you know what sells games? Consoles? Third party. Where do people go for third party? The best fucking system for third party. You have to show that you're the definitive, the end all be all of third party gaming. And that's what fucking Sony did. This is where you need to be if you want the best version of all these games. That was their mantra for fucking 3 fucking years. There were years when they had no fucking games coming out. Their own people telling you we have a sparse lineup. But they had it unlocked, third party unlocked. Microsoft has to push that. Third party software, third party games will always run better. Even if it doesn't look better, it will run better. There'll be less frame dips or no frame dips. There'll be no issues. If you want to play your games, you play them. If you want to play your games, you play them on fucking Scorpio. And if you can't afford a Scorpio, you can get it. If you have Xbox One games, those will work too. I think the Scorpio will initially sell well up to for the Xbox users if you don't have a console at all, or if you have a PS4. I think if you had to choose between a Pro or a Scorpio, I think the Scorpio would be the better choice for an upgrade. It's my choice. I would, if I had the money, I would get a Pro as well, but I don't. So I'm choosing for the mid-gen upgrade. I'll get a Scorpio, and then whatever Sony releases next, PS5 or whatever, I'll probably pick that up. I hate not having consoles. I really would like a Switch, but I'm not buying a Switch for Zelda. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I don't like Mario games. I don't like fucking Mario Racer. I don't like that shit. So that's it, dudes and ladies, and whatever the fuck pan people you got, whatever the fuck crazy fucking shit people call each other. Have a nice day. I'm out. Peace. The fuck? I can't steal that line. That belongs to Amazing Atheist.